Welcome to Forex Chasers 3.0. We've been waiting for this for the longest time. It's finally here. So I'm gonna be telling you guys what we're gonna be dealing with on this video. Firstly, these are my topics: indices, trading timeframes, volatile hours, and how to actually analyze the market. After watching these videos, you're gonna be able to identify the patterns, when to execute, how to trade in dice, when to take profit, and how to analyze from bigger time frame to smaller time frame. So on the 4 hour, we're gonna be looking at market direction, the highest point and the lowest point, where to place your support and resistance. On the 1 hour time frame, we're gonna be looking at the market direction, identify support and resistance, and look at the potential of the market. Sorry about that. And on the 15-minute time frame, we're actually gonna discover opportunities, confirmation structure, looking for breakout and retest. And on the 5 minute, we actually going to use 5 minutes to place our support and resistance, look for breakout, look for a retest, and execute. So let's dive into this video. So I'm gonna be telling you guys what we're gonna be actually looking for on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we're gonna be looking at the market direction. We're gonna be looking at the market direction. Is the market buying or is the market selling? That's the first point we're gonna be looking at. After looking at the first point, we're gonna take our two zones. We're gonna be actually identifying the highest point and the lowest point, which we're gonna treat those as our resistance and support. We're gonna be actually treating them as a resistance and support. So that's on the 4 hour. Don't forget to it's the 4 hour. Then you place your support and resistance. That's basically what I'm saying, that you look for your support and resistance, which is the highest point and the lowest point. And that's how you're going to be identifying, is the market playing here or is the market actually going up. That's what you're going to be actually looking for. So I'm gonna tell you again. And then on the 1 hour, we're actually scaling it down slow but slow. On the 1 hour, we're gonna still be looking at the market direction. Is the market selling or is the market buying? That's what you need to identify. And we're still gonna be placing our support and resistance. You need to adjust them. You need to adjust them. We still have those 4 hour support and resistance. Every time we scale down, the market becomes the picture becomes slower. So if you see another support and resistance, you can add those, but don't remove those ones on the 4 hour. So we're gonna be looking at we're gonna be looking at the potential of the market. We're gonna be looking at the potential of the market to actually spot opportunities on what's actually going on, the potential of the market. So I'm gonna scale it down to the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame, usually that's where we execute. That's where we execute. That's where we actually get lots of opportunities. So I'm gonna be telling you on the 15-minute time frame what we actually gonna be looking for. So we're gonna discover opportunities. First of all, we're gonna discover opportunities. You still have your support and resistance. We're gonna be spotting opportunities. Are we buying or are we selling? Don't forget, I told you, if the only way we're gonna enter the trade is if we have a breakout and a retest. That's when we actually entering the market. So on the 15-minute time frame, that's actually where you start looking for those kind of opportunities. Did the market break this resistance? Did it come for a retest? Am I entering this trade? Or did the market actually broke this support, came for a retest? Am I selling this market? That's where you spot those on a 15-minute time frame. So to confirm, the only way to enter the trade is when you actually get a retest. It's better that way if you get a retest, because if you don't get a retest, you're gonna be actually be confused, because you might be actually trading a fake breakout. So on the 15-minute time frame, you're actually spotting for opportunities to enter a trade. Lastly, if you want a sniper entry, you're gonna scale it down to the 5-minute time frame. Let me show. On the 5-minute time frame, we evolve our structure. We look for support and resistance. We actually be looking for support and resistance. Where is the market going now? You put your support and resistance. You make sure you put them in the right zone so you don't actually confuse it. Finally, the 5-minute time frame. That's where we get our sniper entries. Don't forget, 15-minute and 5-minute, that's where we actually execute our trades. So now on the 5-minute, you're gonna be having your support and resistance. Don't forget, I told you each and every time frame we evolve our structure. We actually evolve our structure. So on the 5-minute time frame, we're gonna be actually looking to actually execute the market. But before we execute the market, we're gonna actually wait for a breakout, a retest. That's when we enter the market. We don't just enter the market. That's gonna confuse us, and that's gonna put our accounts at risk. So we need to make sure that, okay, on the 15-minute time frame, if you see opportunity, you can execute. If you want the sniper entry, you can scale it down to the 5-minute time frame. That's where you're gonna get your execution point. So usually, I like to execute on the 5-minute time frame because it's more quicker, because I day trade. I don't swing trade, I day trade. So I actually like to execute the market on the 5-minute time frame. So on the 5-minute time frame, that's where you actually look carefully for opportunities to execute a sniper entry. So the best time to actually trade these two indices, I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this one. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. So the best time to actually execute Nasdaq and US30 is 4:30. It's on 4:30, 16:30, because that's when the market is more volatile. That's when the market actually moves. So I like to actually wait until it's 20:4 and I do my analysis, and I make sure, and then when 4:30 actually comes, I'm killing the market. The members in the group, they always know that we actually take a live video. We're going live with them to actually see what's going on in the market. We trade live with them. So the best time to actually trade these indices is 4:30. You need to wait for 4:30. And usually these indices usually has been affected by news. You need to actually watch news. You can download apps where they're talking about Tesla, Nike, those things that actually affect these two indices. So the best time to actually trade Nasdaq and US30 is 4:30. 16:30, that's when is the best time to actually trade this. So you need to make sure that by 4:30 you are ready. I usually personally wait until it's 20:4 and then I do my analysis. Then when 4:30 comes, I actually execute the market, and trust me, I've been killing the market around this time. So guys, you need to take notes now. Because what I'm saying now, it's amazing. It's really amazing. I don't want to lie to you. It's really amazing. The other thing, don't be greedy. Know when to take profit. If your trade hit the TP, then you're going out. There's no need for you to stay in the market. I actually showed you on the market that when the market gets to this point, this is our TP, we go out. Like, we don't stay. You need to know when to take your profit. because being greedy in the market can actually leave your account in damage, and it can actually break your emotions. So know when to take your profit. Let's go in the charts. So we're actually gonna be looking at US 30. We're gonna be looking at US 30 from the 4-hour time frame. So I'm gonna be explaining everything from the 4-hour. I'm gonna be explaining everything from the 4-hour. So remember, I said on the 4-hour we actually look for market direction. Is it an uptrend or is it a downtrend? So what I'm actually seeing here on the market is that the market has been consolidating, on the same level. So what I'm gonna actually do is that I'm gonna take my tool here and I'm gonna place my support. You need to know your key levels. I'm gonna place my support around these areas, and I'm gonna take my tool again. I'm gonna place my resistance. So now I actually have my support and resistance. So why I'm actually saying I actually have my support and resistance is that, as you can see, that every time the market reaches this point, it rejects. It came to this point and rejected, came to this point and rejected. So the market actually rejects these areas. So I'm going to put it in circles so we can actually remember that, okay, the market got to this point and rejected. So I'm going to put it like this. So I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to put it like this. Okay. This was actually a big rejection. This was a big rejection. That was actually a clear confirmation that the market is going to the upside. So now I got my support and resistance. So I'm actually gonna go down to the 1-hour time frame. I'm actually taking it down to the 1-hour time frame. Now I'm on my 1-hour time frame. As you can see, my support and resistance, they are still valid. So as you can see, the market came here, rejected, the market came here, rejected, the market came here and rejected. And as you can see, guys, where the market actually rejects, we have a massive move. Look, the market actually rejected this area and we went to the upside. We actually went to the upside. The market got to this area, shot straight down, and actually came back here, and we got another rejection, which shows that the market was unable to break this support, and now we're getting a big move again. So as you can see that, okay, I'm actually looking at my market. So other people could have gotten the trade, like, okay, let's see if maybe they're using a trend line. You can actually get this by doing like this. Okay, so the market actually broke here, went down and came exactly to a 90% rule, which is our take profit, this is our take profit. So remember that after we hit our TP, we actually going out. So okay, I'm still using my support and resistance. I'm on a 1-hour time frame, so I'm gonna scale it down to the 15-minute time frame. Let me take it to the 15-minute time frame. This is actually my 15-minute time frame. So what I'm gonna do is that on my 15-minute time frame, I have to evolve my structure. I still have my zones here. They're still valid. So I'm just gonna remove this. I'm actually gonna zoom in the market now. On the 15-minute time frame, that's when we're gonna get a clear direction of what's actually going on. So I'm gonna take my tool, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it just here. This is now I'm evolving my structure now. This is actually my support on the 15-minute time frame, because the market rejected here, and rejected here, and actually shot to the upside. The market actually shot to the upside. So I need to find my zone for the resistance. So I'm actually gonna be I'm looking at this level just here. I'm looking at this level just here. So I'm just gonna make this zone here. So this is my zone. Now this is my zone. Now I'm sure you can actually see what's actually going on. This is my zone now. I can remove this, here. This is my zone now. You can see that, okay, the market actually the market was treating this as a support, but actually broke and then went inside this structure. So now I'm focusing on this area now. The market actually rejected 1, 2, and the third time the market shot up. The market rejected here 1, 2, 3, and finally the market did what? The market broke out this resistance. What we're gonna be looking at now, we might be expecting a retest. Let me write this down. Retest. We might be expecting a retest here, and we might still looking for buys. So on this level right here, we actually looking for buys. We're just waiting for a retest, then we shooting to the upside. And you still remember this level here. This level here is on our 4-hour time frame. This is gonna be our take profit. This level right here is actually going to be our take profit just here. So if the market does actually come for a retest here, we're gonna be looking to buy the market until this level here. So let me do this. I'm gonna do this. Our TP. This level is gonna be representing our take profit. So what's happening here is that, guys, how I actually found this trade is that I noticed that the market was treating this area as a support. The market was actually treating this area as support because every time the market reaches this point, it rejects. So the market got here and rejected. 1, 2, 3, the third time we gone. So we actually did hit our TP on this trade. As you can see that, okay, you notice that the market actually rejected the third time, and on the third time the market decided to shoot to the upside and go straight to TP. People actually entered the trade here hit that TP because we have a candlestick confirmation here. We have a doji, and a doji on a support is actually like more valid than when it's just laying around the chart. So as you can see now, we have a candlestick confirmation, a doji, and we have a small pullback, and we actually hit our TP. So now what we're gonna be looking at, we're gonna be waiting for this retest, the market to come to this retest here, and we're gonna be looking for buys, and our take profit is going to be around this area. So let me zoom this thing. You see that level on a 4-hour time frame is this level now. So we're actually waiting for the market to actually come here and hit our TP, and from there, that's when we're gonna be deciding if we are going to continue buying the market, if it actually does break this resistance and come back for a retest. So we need to wait and see. And guys, we only enter the market when it comes back for a retest. If you are trading a breakout, you need to wait for a retest, because now it might be a fake breakout. Now you entered as soon as the market breaks the resistance. Now you feel like, okay, now it broke the resistance, I'm gonna buy. You enter, and then you find that you actually have a what you call this, a fake breakout, and it's gonna put you back to zero. So the best thing for taking this trade is that you need to actually wait for a retest. That's the better way. You need to wait for a retest and candlestick confirmation. That's when we enter the trade. The market, if the market actually breaks the resistance and doesn't come back for a retest, we actually not taking this trade because we're not actually sure what's gonna happen. Is the market gonna continue going up, or is it a fake breakout? So rather than entering the trade, let's actually wait for a retest, and from a retest we can actually take this the trade. So now I'm gonna scale it down to the, if you want, that's if you want a sniper entry, we're gonna take it down to the 5-minute time frame. So if you saw an opportunity on a 15-minute time frame, that's okay. You can actually take the trade on a 15-minute time frame, put your stop losses, and make sure that, guys, you need to use proper risk management. If you don't use proper risk management, you're putting your account at risk. So rather put your, it's better to lose 500 than to lose 2000. So you need to make sure that you put you use proper risk management. So as you can see now, if you saw an opportunity on a 15-minute time frame, you can actually enter the trade, put your stop losses and take profit, then wait for the trade. But if you want a sniper entry, you can scale it down to the 5-minute time frame. I'm gonna take it down to the 5-minute time frame. Let me take it down. So now it's loading. I'm on a 15-minute time frame. Still the same. We have our support and resistance, still the same. So what's actually happening here, I'm gonna draw it for you guys. We have our first rejection here, so the market couldn't break this area. So we have our second one here, the market couldn't break this area. So we have our third one here, the market still couldn't break. Then finally the market actually did what? The market actually broke out. So now what we're looking at, we're actually looking for a retest around this area. Like I said, we're actually waiting for a retest around this area. This is our buy zone. This is where we actually gonna be looking for buying this trade. We're gonna be looking to buy this trade here, and our TP is still the same. Our TP is still the same. We're actually gonna be still looking to capitalize until this area. That's if you want a sniper entry. I usually trade the 5-minute time frame because it's more convenient for me, because I know I can actually catch the trade while it's at its lowest or at its highest. So now that's why I'm saying I'm preferring the market to actually come for a retest, then go to the upside. That's when I'll be able to take this trade. The market can actually break out here, but I'm not sure about the market, because it might be a fake breakout, then it can go down back to the structure. So I'm actually gonna wait for a retest around these areas, and that's when I'll be taking this trade around these areas. This is USDT, guys. I showed you from the 4-hour until the 15-minute. I'm gonna actually go to NAS 100 now. I'm taking it to NAS 100 now. As you can see, when I'm zooming out, this is actually beautiful, guys. This is actually beautiful. I won't even lie to you guys. This is amazing. I can't even explain, because it's straight to the point. It's straight to the point. Look, one thing I want to show you something. The market rejected this area, which was the first time. This is the second time, and the third time the market decided to break. Look here on the support. The market rejected the first time, the second time, the third time the market decided to shoot compulsively up to the upside. That's what actually happened. So this is amazing, guys. I don't want to lie. So now I'm actually gonna go back to Nasdaq. Let's go for Nasdaq. This is US30. As you know that the US30 and Nasdaq, sometimes they go hand in hand, they correlate, they go hand in hand. If Nasdaq is buying, there's more possibilities that even US30 is gonna buy. So that's it. So now I'm on Nasdaq. You see on Nasdaq, I actually ate on this trade, I don't want to lie, but I'm gonna remove everything from this trade, and I'm gonna start it from the scratch and show you guys, like from the 4-hour. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour. So I'm gonna remove everything now. I'm starting a clean chart. I'm on the 4-hour now. I'm on the 4-hour. I'm gonna zoom out everything. Don't forget, we're actually looking for the market direction. Is the market selling or is the market buying? As you can see that Nasdaq has been coming up with higher highs on a daily basis. Nasdaq has been buying, guys. Nasdaq has been buying, like Nasdaq is creating higher highs each and every day. That's what Nasdaq is doing, creating higher highs each and every day. So what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna start analyzing here. So I'm gonna put my support here. I'm just gonna put my support here, because what's actually happening is that the market was just playing around this area. The market broke out, came for a retest, went to the upside, came back to this level and shot to the upside. So the market actually rejected 1, 2, 3, so and it shot up. So now I'm gonna put this level on my highest point, which is this point. Let me do this, which is this point. So as you can see that Nasdaq is busy rejecting these areas. Possibilities are Nasdaq can actually shoot to the downside and come to this level and actually treat this level as a support, bounce here and continue going up. So we're gonna scale it down to the 1 hour. So now we have our structure. Nasdaq is just going up and up. So if Nasdaq actually breaks this resistance here and come back for a retest, we actually taking this trade. Now we actually have a clear direction on where is the market actually going. So now I'm gonna scale it down to the 1 hour time frame. I'm gonna scale it down to the 1 hour time frame. So now I'm on the 1 hour time frame and I'm gonna zoom it in. My levels are still the same. My levels are still the same. As you can see, as I told you about fake breakouts, guys, fake breakouts. This is a fake breakout. Now imagine the market broke here, you bought. Now you just put your account at the risk, and this is still my support. This is still my support, because you see the market has been rejecting these areas. So I'm gonna be throwing levels, zones on the lower time frame. So we still have our support and resistance. So now we're actually looking at I'm recording. Sorry guys. Oh, that was my colleague. Okay, so now as I was saying that we still have our resistance and support here. So I'm gonna scale it down to the 15-minute time frame, because I noticed that the market is just playing around these areas right here. So I'm taking it down to the 15-minute time frame. I'm taking it down to the 15-minute time frame. So I'm gonna be zooming in to the 15-minute time frame. This is where I'm actually gonna be putting my zones. So now I'm evolving my structure. So now I'm gonna take this and treat this as my support. I'm gonna tell you why I'm treating this as my support. I'm gonna be treating this as my support. I'm gonna be treating this as my support because you see that the market actually came the first time, the second time, the third time the market shot to the upside. So I'm gonna be throwing my resistance around these areas, just here. Just gonna put it just here. Let me remove this, it's gonna disturb us. So I'm just gonna put it here. Now I'm focusing just on this area now. I'm focusing on just this area now. So as you can see now that we have our support and resistance. So on the 4-hour time frame, the market was actually shooting to the upside, and we said we're actually waiting for a breakout retest. Then that's when we're gonna buy the market. And as you can see that the market is rejecting these areas, because it rejected the first time, the third time, the first time, the second time, and the third time. Possibilities are the market can come to this support and continue going up, or it might break down and come back for a retest and start going down. So as you can see, it's not giving us a clear direction, but possibilities are it retested 3 times on this zone, so it might be selling. So I told you that, you see, as I'm speaking, it's going down. So I told you that if you want a sniper entry, you can actually scale it down to the 5-minute time frame. So what I would actually do on this scenario, I'd actually do this. I'll take my tool here and actually enter my trade around these areas and make sure that my stop loss is tight. And I'm looking to take this trade until this area just right here, because I noticed that the market is actually rejecting these areas. The market can actually break these areas, so possibilities are the market can just come and test these zones and continue shooting to the downside. So I'm going to scale it down to the 5-minute time frame. That's where we're gonna get our clear direction, the 5-minute time frame. So let's do this. 5-minute time frame. So we on our 5-minute time frame, and we still see the same thing. Our support and resistance are still valid. This is actually the fake breakout I was talking about. This is the first breakout I was talking about. So as you can see, the market is just playing around this area. So like I told you, I'd actually take a sell around these areas. Because I noticed that the market is actually failing to break to the upside. So I can actually take a sell around these areas and make sure that my stop loss is tight. So if the market is clearly not going my direction, I can easily go out the trade. But I can actually take this trade to the downside. And for more confirmation, I can actually put this line here and actually wait for the market to close below this line, so the market come for a retest. So I'm making this a zone now. I'm making this my other zone. So we might be actually looking, if the market does actually close below here and come back for a retest, we might continue to go to the downside, or we can even scale it down like this. You can see that, okay, the market is actually rejecting this area. Is the market gonna break this area, or is the market gonna bounce from this area and continue going to the upside? So I'd actually take this trade around these areas here and make sure that my stop loss is tight. And make sure that my TP is around these areas here. So that's our sniper entry. Because I told you guys that, remember, the market after a third touch, the market reacts. So we actually have our first touch here, which was this level, and we have our second touch here after this level, and we have our third touch on this level, which was our clear confirmation. But we actually have our fourth touch here, and after our fourth touch, market shot to the upside, came back for a little pullback, then continued going to the upside. There are people who actually entered this trade around these areas here, and they capitalized until TP, which was the TP was around these areas. So actually someone actually entered the trade around these areas and actually went with it until they hit that TP, which was just there. So the market went up and gave us our fake breakout. Here, let me see, fake breakout. This is our fake breakout. Fake break out. This is our fake breakout. This is what I was telling you about, that it's important to actually wait for a retest. So the market is struggling to close above these areas here. So what the market actually does, it's going back. So possibilities are the market can actually shoot to the downside and hit this TP, then continue going to the upside. Because I was saying that Nasdaq keeps on giving us higher highs and higher highs. It keeps on giving us higher highs. So the market now, we actually gonna have to wait and actually see what's gonna happen. Is the market gonna close below here? If it does, we actually wait for the market to close again here below here, and maybe you can enter the trade here, but I prefer to take the trade here because there's more possibilities to the downside, because as you can see that the market is rejecting these areas, is failing to reject these areas. Even if I take it back, you can see that the market actually rejected these areas around here, and actually rejected these areas around here, and came to these areas again and rejected. So it's giving us a clear confirmation that the market can't break these areas here. So we actually need to wait and see, because possibilities are the market is gonna shoot to the downside. As I'm speaking, you can see that the market is trying to push to the downside, so meaning that the sellers are fighting the buyers to the downside. So we're gonna be looking at this. So yeah, that's I gave you a US 30 and Nasdaq analysis, how I break it down, starting from the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 15 minute for entry, 5 minute for sniper entries. So that's how it is. You see, as I'm speaking, that Nasdaq is actually pushing to the downside. As I'm speaking, it's pushing to the downside. If it closes below here, possibilities are there is more a confirmation to the downside. So I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to actually make this a zone. Here. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to actually make this a zone. So as you can see, Nasdaq is trying to push down. So let's wait for Nasdaq to break here, come back for a small retest, then continue going to the downside. That's it, guys. So I gave you the Nasdaq and US 30, and remember I told you that Nasdaq and US 30 sometimes go hand in hand. Possibilities are, if Nasdaq is shooting to the upside, US 30 can shoot to the upside. So you need to watch out for those. You actually need to watch out for those, because like you're gonna capitalize a lot on this one. So you need to actually watch out for those.